What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Once again we're doing another Euro Roundup video. Again, I'm really sorry that it's late. I will make sure that the semi-final one is on time. But yeah, anyway, let's get into the quarterfinal. Obviously there's only 4 matches, so we can actually go through the matches in a bit more like detail, not just speed through all of them. So the first one we're going to talk about is Belgium against Italy. This was like the heavyweight clash, match between two very good teams, and Italy went through. It was a very good game. Belgium had a good chance in the first half through Lukaku with a good save from Donnarumma down low. Italy played well as well, though they created some chances. Barella scored, but before Barella scored, actually, I think Bonucci was the one who scored, but it was offside, fortunately for Italy. But luckily for them, Barella did score on the 30-minute mark. A beautiful goal as well, really nice dribbling ability that he showed. And then Insigne, just before half-time, made it 2-0. Again, another really nice strike, this time from out of the box, just curled it past the defender. No chance for Courtois. I said that one was right before half-time. Literally in added time of the first half, Lukaku got a penalty after Doku, who played very well in this game, might I add. My boy Doku, if you watch the QPR career mode, you'll know that he's a legend. Did really well to get past Di Lorenzo. He then got pushed in the back and got a penalty. Lukaku scored the penalty in the 47th minute of the first half. But for some reason, after he scored, he decides to shush Donnarumma. Now, obviously, these two are big rivals because Lukaku plays for Inter, Donnarumma plays for AC Milan, so they have that rivalry from domestic football. But you're still losing the match. You can't they went out as well. It's not like they won. But yeah, it was a very end-to-end game. In the second half, this continued. Belgium had a chance, and Italy had a chance, and Belgium had a chance. It was a very good game. Definitely didn't disappoint. And the next game we're going to talk about, Switzerland against Spain. Now, obviously, as someone supporting France in the Euros, I'm very angry at Switzerland. But I'll discuss that a little bit later. After we go through what happened in the match, I should say. So Spain went ahead in the 8th minute through a Zakaria own goal. Own goal is a bit harsh. It wasn't like his fault really. I think Alba took the shot and just hit Zakaria. Apparently the shot was going off target, even though when they analysed it, it looked like it was going in. But anyway, yeah, Zakaria got the misfortune of being credited with the own goal there. Switzerland did have a couple chances though, and I think someone scored an offside goal. I think it was Gavranovic, but anyway, it didn't count. And I'm not even sure if that happened. I feel like that did happen, but yeah, quality content here. But Shaqiri did manage to level the game for Switzerland on the 68th minute mark, and yeah, Switzerland did look quite good on the counter, but unfortunately for them, just before normal time ended, they got a red card. Freuler decided to be an idiot and just lunge into someone, and yeah, that ended his night. That left Switzerland with a very hard task to try and beat Spain with just 10 men. Spain obviously at this point were probably like, yes, this is our game to win now. However, Switzerland weathered the storm in extra time, and by God, if Spain could finish, it could have been like 7-8-1 because they had so many chances. Sommer did have to make a couple saves, but they were pretty much straight at him. Although a couple of them were quite decent, but yeah, the saves you would expect to keep of his quality to be making. So Switzerland once again managed to get themselves into a penalty shootout. Both teams did go to extra time in their previous games as well. Switzerland obviously going to penalties against France. And against France, all of Switzerland penalties straight in the corner, impossible to save. Really, really good penalties. And the same place took it. And you're thinking at this point, okay, you know what, the Swiss, they've proven they're good at penalties. They're going to win this. And I was happy. I was like, yeah, Spain are going out. Happy about that. Switzerland going through. But no, Switzerland decided they just forgot how to take penalties. Well, anyway, Busquets took the first one for Spain. He missed, he hit the post, and then Gavranovic scored for Switzerland. So they're 1-0 up. They have the advantage here, and I'm like, okay, it's done now. Switzerland win. Then Spain scored their second penalty, Switzerland have their saved. A terrible penalty. Spain score again, I think. And then Switzerland miss again. And then Sommer makes a save to keep Switzerland in it. And then, who was it that hit over? I don't remember his name. Crap. Vargas, that's it. He hit the penalty over. How? Just, it was terrible. And then Spain won. So Switzerland scored 1 out of their 4 penalties, I believe, which is just poor. Very, very poor from them. Spain won 3-1 on penalties, got themselves through. They deserve to win if we're going to be realistic here. But I was still very angry at Switzerland, because if they had done that against France, France would have been here. You know, and I would still be in with a chance of winning 2 QPR shirts. But no, Switzerland decided to bang them in against France and then do nothing against Spain. But yeah, the next game we're going to talk about is Czech Republic against Denmark. So in this game, Denmark took the lead early through Delaney from a corner. However, the corner should not have been a corner. Like, it should have been a goal kick because it went off a Denmark player. So I thought VAR would overrule the goal because there was a clear and incorrect decision in the build-up to it. Because it was directly from that corner that they scored. It's not like there was like 3 corners then they scored. It was straight from that corner. So you got to feel for the Czech Republic there. But yeah, it was unfortunate for them. And then they went 2-0 down just before half-time. Dolberg scoring. Obviously good for him because he has had a lot of injury problems and COVID stuff, and he had his house robbed and stuff. Not his house, sorry, his watch robbed by his own teammate. So it's kind of peaked for a minute, but he managed to score to make it 2-0. At this point I'm thinking, oh no, Czech Republic, you're probably out. I wanted Czech Republic to go through, so but yeah, it wasn't a great first half performance from them. However, in the second half they managed to score within minutes. Once again, Patrick Schick, who has been their best player in the tournament, just scored a lot of goals for them. He got one back before the 50th minute, and you're thinking here, okay, Czech Republic in with a chance. And overall, you would probably say they did play better than Denmark, and this is surprising because Denmark, obviously against Finland, we can't include that game because all the players were stressed. Their best player just, collapsed. It was a worrying time for all of them. And yeah, we're not going to include it. But against Belgium, they outplayed them, unlucky to lose. Against Russia, they completely outplayed them and destroyed them. Who did they play in the last 16? Wales. They were the better team against Wales. Against Czech Republic, though, they weren't that good. And yes, it's good news for England, obviously. But Denmark, if you can beat England, that would be great. Please go and do it. And speaking of England, they had the other semi-final game against Ukraine. Obviously, I was hoping for a Ukraine victory here, so I didn't have to buy Harris the Brentford shirt. And they got clapped differently here, man. This conceded in the first 4 minutes. Harry Kane looks like he's found some confidence because he scored within 4 minutes. He also scored later on in the 50th minute. But before his 50th minute goal, Maguire scored in the 46th minute. Yep, Ukraine's conceded 2 goals in 5 minutes at the start of the second half. They were 1-0 down, and they started to play a bit better at the end of the first half. So you think Shevchenko at half-time would probably be like, yo, lads, just, concentrate, do whatever in it, whatever tactics they were using. And then they come out and straight away concede 2. He definitely wouldn't have been happy with that. England are clearly very good from crossing, though. And it's something that Denmark do have to be wary of. So yeah, I think England will win, unfortunately for them. Well, not for them, for me. They obviously want to win, but yeah, it's sticky because they haven't conceded yet, England. And obviously Yarmolenko is a very dangerous player. You'd think maybe he could have done something, but clearly he couldn't. And yeah, England cruised this game, and Henderson also came on to score his first ever goal for England. So happy to see that, obviously as a Liverpool fan, or as Liverpool on my second team now, obviously because of QPR. But yeah, not really much to say about this. Maguire scored. I was very angry about Shaw getting 2 assists because he was on the bench in my fantasy team. I had Trippier in the first team who didn't even start. I came on and didn't do anything, so I was a bit salty about that. But yeah, England won, not much more to say. I'll see you very soon for the semi-final roundup.